Good morning, YouTube friends. Just trying to compose myself here. It has been a week, but can you believe that we are already doing April favorites? That's insane. I'm not even going to go into my feelings about April. We're going to talk about that over on Patreon. Anyhow, but I do want to talk about Patreon too, because I know I have had a lot of questions regarding Patreon, and I am sorry that I have not gotten back to you guys, but my Patreon is shifting as of May 1st. And so I haven't wanted to tell you all the details till I told my patrons, but I'm super excited. My Patreon, if you guys like this content here, but you want more, so you want more about journaling, more about my studies, more about witchy mystic things. Maybe you want to see journal flips or to learn more about my PhD programs. All of that in detail is over on Patreon. So for the rest of 2023, I decided that I would offer my Patreon as a pay what you can. So there are many different options. You have from $5 to $20. You pick your drink, your preferred order, whether it be coffee, wine, cocktail, double trouble. You choose what you can afford and how you want to support me. And everyone gets the same stuff, which is an extra video every week, plus whatever else I decide to throw out. So check it out if you're interested. Again, it's changing up until May. I have had different tiers. Each tier has gotten different things, which if you do want that previous content, the only way that you can access that previous content is in those previous tiers. So if you want all the studies, all the study stuff, which is tarot, PhD, like deep dives into my studies, that's the $15 tier. If you want more journaling stuff, that would be the $10 tier. The $5 has been up until May, mostly updates, monthly updates, journaling prompts, things like that. So just FYI, if you're interested, now's the time. It will remain like this through the rest of 2023. 2024, it's all going to change again. So if you want extra content, choose your drink. Head on over to Patreon, look it all up. I give you in detail what that looks like. It also includes joining my close friends over on Instagram. So all that info will be put down below. Just click the link and you can see all the things. As of May 1st, it is not changing until May 1st. So that's your little sneak peek announcement. Okay, let's get into my 5 favorites from April. And these are gonna be, we're gonna talk. We're gonna ramble. Let's start. What do I start with? Oh my gosh. Do I start with this? Because this is kind of a big deal. Okay, let's do it. Let's just start. Okay, we're starting with this. Do you guys see what this is? This is a documented journey pen case holder thingy. I don't even know what she's calling it. I don't think she's got it on her website yet. Maybe she does. She initially shared about it over on her Patreon page. I am a patron of Bree. Bree is was the one who made me start a Patreon page, FYI. She's the one that was like, do it. Don't wait. Like right now. Press go, like do it now. She is one of my biggest fans. I'm one of her biggest fans. She is making these pen cases now. And guys, let me just show you. All right, so here's my spring journal that you guys have seen. It fits a composition notebook. Like it literally does. I will say that you might get, like, look at this. Oh my gosh, it's so gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. This is her, I think it's called Flourish. Her sketchy florals, which I do have. Let's just talk about Brie for a moment. Oh my gosh, right? This is my 5-year Hobonichi cover that she made me. It's one of my favorite patterns. I think She only has a limited amount left, if she even has any at this point. But when I saw she was in the pen cases, I'm like, I have to have one. And this is by far one of my favorite prints. This, and then the sunflowers. I do love the sunflowers, but I did get a sneak peek of what might be replacing it in the future. So don't like run away because there's no more sunflowers. FYI, that's just like, I'm not sure if I was supposed to say that, but you know what? I love Bree, so I got to shout her out. Anyhow, so this fits a composition notebook, guys. And let's look. What else can I show you? So here's my A5 cousin. Let's just show you. I mean, it's just gorgeous. And it is so well made. She has a bunch of different patterns that she's working with. I don't know if she's listed these yet, but I had to mention it because it's one of my favorites. It's one of my favorites from April. Okay, so let's open her up because the other favorites are inside. Okay, let's talk about these two pens. I was gonna list them each as their own individual favorites, and then I saw something in the cousin when I actually just flipped, and I'm changing it up. That's what I do. All right, so I'm listing this as one, okay? Both of these are gonna be, so this is one favorite, Bree Documented Journey. I will put her YouTube, her Instagram, her website. I will try to remember to put all those, but definitely her website where you can check out all the other goodies. This, what is this? Is this Branch? Bree, I'm probably butchering all your names. Pretty sure this is Flourish. Pretty sure this is Branch, but I could be totally wrong. Bottom line, if you want a Bree pen case, I think they're coming, or they might be already out by the time you see this. I don't know. All right, so number 2 favorite. You guys know I am a person who loves using up my items. So normally what I do is I pick one regular pen and a fountain pen or 2, and I rotate between them. Lately, for my morning mindset pages, which is what goes on in here, I have been using these 2. I've just been switching. I think part of it could be because I am doing morning pages, like the official 3 pages a day. And I wanted to use something other than a fountain pen because I've used fountain pens a lot. And I wasn't using these, so I just grabbed them. You know me, I'm a gray girl. Like the Pentel Energel New Gray is like my favorite thing ever. Lexington gray in my fountain pens are my favorite thing ever. So I picked the gray and then I picked a blue, and one day I use this, the next day I use this. These are so, for me, I love how they write in a composition notebook. All right, I'm just gonna, this is almost full and it's literally like falling apart because I've not been kind to it. But let's just, I mean, it's words. It's all words. That's the gray, the blue. Look, that was 4 pages. 1, 2, 3, 4. I like switching colors so I can tell day to day. So then, you know, doing that, I can look and say, okay, this is a new day. I don't have to look at the date. The color changes every day. But these to write with on composition notebook paper are so bold, and yet, I mean, they don't glide smoothly because they are the felt tip. I don't know if that's going to focus. So they don't glide like an Energel or a fountain pen, really. They're not buttery, but they never fail to write and they never skip. So they write, honestly, okay, they write a lot like the Uniball Vision Elite, which is the pen that writes from every angle. It's like what they claim. I can write from any angle and it will always make a mark. So I have been loving these. I will be sticking with them until I use them up, even though, which now that I am doing 3 pages a day, I won't be in this for May because it's literally, I only have like a day or 2 left. And so it'll be interesting to see what this writes like how this writes on different paper, but I'm loving it right now. And then the other one, where'd I put it? The other one I was gonna mention as my like number 3, but now I've changed my mind, is the Sharpie pen. So this is a Sharpie pen. Again, it's very similar, like it's not gel, it's more like a fine liner, but I have been using it most in my weeks where I'm documenting like my day and like when I wake up. I would show you more stuff, but this is my personal off-camera fitness, wellness type weeks. I'm loving how this is writing on the Hobonichi paper. I have not tested it. You know what? Let's do this, actually. Let's do this right now because I have all my stuff here. So why not? There's no water in that. Okay, let's try this one. Really? Am I really out of water in both my water pens? Can that really be happening right now? Pardon me, I looked up like, okay, is my coffee full? All right, I'm just curious. Does that really have no water? I'm gonna try anyways. You know what? Even if I have to like lick my finger and, all right. So, this is not my day to be filming. So this is a Jane Davenport mermaid marker that ran out of ink, and I just refilled them with water and used them as water brushes. This is a different water brush that I've actually not used. I don't think it has any water in it. Oh, I hear it. Okay, let's see. It said that it was waterproof. Oh, I see a water. Okay, let's see here. Nah, all right. Not calling that waterproof, but let's try the one that is older. I mean, okay, look, let's see here. I mean, it's still there. You just get the gray around it. So I wouldn't use this in art. Like if I'm gonna be outlining or something and then adding water, but the actual wordage does not go away. So if you're doing it for journaling, it is archival, waterproof, all that, which is what they said it was. But again, if I'm adding color, I don't really want the gray smeared in with all my colors. I don't know if any of that made sense, but this is still a really good pen, especially for working in small spaces for me. This is my very messy weeks, but let me tell you, let me just show you my monthly. Do I want to show? But like, I mean, it's just, it's very messy. You guys saw it in one of my previous videos. But it's me, and I am falling in love with it the messier it gets. So far it's been a win. Okay, so that's what, 1, 2, right? Okay, I keep it like this, by the way. You guys are probably gonna be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you do that. These are the 2 pens I use in here. I use the Uniball. This is one that has 2 colors plus a pencil, and then I use the Sharpie pen, and literally I close it. Oh, I did, what's it called? I did my own thing with the cover. So this is the Hobonichi Weeks with the Hobonichi cover on cover. I poked a hole and did it like a traveler's notebook and love it. So my Sharpie pen sits there, and then I just go like this. And I know that that's probably really bad for the notebook, but I don't care because it's mine. All right, so that is 1. Where are the pens? 1, 2, counting the Sharpie. And then 3, let's talk about this. 3 is the Artist's Way. Guys, can I just, you know what? I can show you. This is what I do. All right, so the Artist's Way. The first time I went through it was 2012. And then I went through it again in 2015 with Christine. And then 2021 to 2022, I went through it with Everest. And then I'm going through it again in 2023 with Ashley. So I actually wrote within these years from 2012 to 2021, 2022. I had 8 books published. And now I'm going through it again with Ashley. So I am on, I guess I should say, we're going through it in our own time frame. We're not doing it week by week necessarily, but this is it's a course in discovering and recovering your creative self. Is it 10 weeks? How many weeks is it? How many weeks? We are on week 4, but we're just doing it however it calls to us. I'm trying to see how many weeks. And you can see, I love seeing my old, like this is the last week. I love seeing my old like highlights and answers because I do write directly in the book. So it's really neat to see. Oh, 12 weeks. It's a 12-week program. So let me just show you week 1, just to give you, this is where my love for journaling and the concept for me of morning mindset pages came. She is the creator of morning pages, which is every morning you wake up, you write 3 longhand pages of whatever is in your head. You just like vomit it out onto the paper. I do something that is different in that I don't limit myself to pages. I just wake up, journal until I feel like I have gotten everything out. And then I always end my morning mindset pages. I always end with mindset work, whether that be speaking truth over myself if I've been venting, or anything that is truth, gratitude, mindset work. So I could have a half a page, totally fine. I could have a full page. I rarely have 3, but now that I am going through this with my friend again, I am sticking to the 3 pages artist dates, which let me just tell you, I have the hardest time with artist dates. I don't know how you guys are, if you've done the artist way. Artist dates are the hardest for me. So, but what I love is when you have a book that you've gone through many times, I can see I, used this pen to highlight. Then I did an orange pen one of the years. It's just so funny. And then you get into my answers, and because I do write directly in my books. Let's go to, here's The Gray Muse, which is my very first poetry book. Let's get to questions. It's so funny because I can see like check marks and circles and different colors. And then you get like, there's a purple pen, there's a blue-black pen, there's the orange. I just love rereading. Like here's one, where is it? The Imaginary Lives. Okay, so one of the times, I wish I had written the year next to my answers. One of the times I went through it, one of the prompts is you choose 5 imaginary lives. And so one of them was a photographer, a speaker, a romance author, a dancer, and a life coach. These were like your invisible, if you had 5 other lives to lead, what would you do in each of them? And so that was what I picked one year. And then in a different year, I put an editor, a book reviewer, a fitness instructor, a romance author, and a librarian. So it's just funny to like see the different answers year after year. Anyway, this is not a whole review on The Artist's Way, but this is definitely one of my favorites from April because I've returned to it and I love it. Every time I go through it, I learn something. Because you enter a book at a different space in your life, it hits you differently. This is my first year as an empty nester. There's no kids living in our house. Our son lives on property, but he does not live in our house. So answering some of these and comparing it with being a mom in 2012, where my oldest was 12, my youngest would have been 8. Yes, 8. Like, it's interesting. So this is definitely a favorite. Maybe I'll talk more about this over on Patreon and like walk people. I don't know. Because I fly by the seat of my pants. Okay. So again, 1 favorite, 2 favorites, 3. Now we're going to go into 4 and 5. And you guys know my 5th is always a YouTuber. or someone I want you to meet. So that is coming. Okay, number 4, which was not going to be number 4. Number 4 was actually going to be the Sharpie pen. But I started this at the beginning of spring. It is a Kanban board in my Hobonichi. I have done it before in the Passion Planner. I will put that link down below because I think I actually walked you guys through how I do it. Mine is very different than your typical Kanban board. Mine is, well, I'll read you. I have your spring dreaming it. I have prep mode, which is like, okay, we're slowly prepping for this, working it, and then crushed it. So I have my dreaming it, prep mode, working it, crushed it, all for spring. And this is working beautifully. Okay, now, you know what? We're going to have to move something from working it to crushed it because that's done. Let's see if I can move anything else. All right, that's done. Crushed that. So each color, so I have different tabs and I have blue, purple, and then like a cream color. The blue is my work, my job, my business. The purple is personal, like personal goals. Okay, I need to move that to working it. The like cream colored is family. So that is a favorite. I don't know if you guys have ever used a Kanban board. I'm obsessed. It feels so good to move these little things around. So here's an example. So this is spring dreaming it. This is ordering Letters to Young Poet Girl proofs. Letters to a Young Poet Girl is coming out in June. I have to have her to the editor by May 1st. So it is on its way. So I'm actually going to move that to prep mode. Finalizing Poet Girl's cover. We're moving that to working on it. Work on the launch planner, you guys. Oh my gosh, I have a whole video to do for you about Mandy Lynn's launch planner because I did purchase it and I'm going through it. So we're going to put that in working it. Launch Poet Girl. Okay, launch. I think my launch is officially in prep mode. So we're moving that over also. Okay, and then some of these I can't share because they are personal and sneak peeks that either only patron people have heard about or I'm not sharing them quite yet. But for the personals, I have the house painted. My house painted is crushed. It is done. Decluttering the house, that's done. Date with Hannah, done. Date with Kayla, done. Date with Zay is officially in working it. That's happening this weekend. By the time you see this video, we will probably be enjoying our mommy-son date. And date with Maggie is also on there, which is my son's girlfriend. She will probably be with us on our little date. So that is in working it. So now it looks like that. And I'm super excited. So that is definitely one of my favorites. This is becoming a video that is way longer than I ever expected, but we're just going with it because that's what we do. Okay, let me put the water pens away. Last, but definitely not least, let's talk about somebody I want you guys to meet. And that is, I'm gonna talk about her Instagram because I do feel like if you really want to get to know her, Instagram is the place to do that. Her name is Vervain. Her Instagram handle is Vervain and the Roses, and I will put that down below. I have talked about her before, but it has been a long time ago. She does have a YouTube channel, very educational. Her latest video about her witchy journal, it's like a junk journal, but it is not a junk journal. It is like the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I will put that video down below. So you will get her YouTube channel. You will get her Instagram channel. She is like the queen of witchy, mystic, home, earth, oils, tarot. Like I can't even explain her vibe. So go meet her, tell her that you found her via me. I will say, I don't want to give things away, but I am on this entire journey. Recently, you guys know I have loved tarot. I choose tarot each season to work with. I've got a deck here. This is the Line Strider Tarot. I go deeper into tarot over on Patreon. This is not a Patreon plug, but I do pull a card every month, and over on Patreon, we're doing journaling prompts, and then we're doing a reflection at the end of the month. I mean, like, look. You know what? This is even perfect because, oh my gosh, the things that are coming that you guys don't even know. Six of Pentacles, and it's got a rat. Oh my gosh, you guys. If you only knew. Consider this a teaser. This is the Line Strider Tarot, but I have been following Vervain for a while now over on Instagram, especially since she's a young living, oily coven chick. She loves tea and does tea talks, and she's a dread queen. She helped me when I was trying to figure out how to do my dreads. I can't say enough about her, but I am on a new journey that was, it's been a curiosity for me for a while, ever since finding tarot and watching her videos years ago. And then I stumbled upon an old friend, Harley, Place. The joys of having a puppy. I ran into an old friend who shared her journey with runes. And so if you look up Vervain on Amazon, you will find she's got 2 books out, and one of them is on runes, and it sent me down an entire rabbit trail that I'm excited to share about. So that is coming. Okay, I need to go before my dog flips out because the mailman's here. Hey, Harley, come here. Down. Good girl. Anyhow, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this very rambly 5 favorites from April. Until next time, enjoy your wild, sexy lives, and let's hope May is freaking amazing. All right, talk with you guys later.